got it on smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard.
Coach, some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Check 55, come on. Here we go.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kenny Young leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Check.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a give to Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jackson. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Partner, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through. The end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Haskins to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now this one complete on the slant route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards on that one at a Raven 1st.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Snap comes in 1. Now Haskins. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. Here's Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and... Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. A big play there for Minnesota. 52 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Allen. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0.
14, Ravens nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the team...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Nassib able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Switch.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Pulled in at the 24. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They run with Taylor. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just is under pressure again, and down he goes again. Linval Joseph able to record his 5th sack of the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call, so that one will be accepted. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Let's go, D.
Back to the air, Haskins after the pick six. This will be caught by Brown. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. On first down, it's Haskins. He finds Taylor, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Jackson, options out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Vikings 34-yard line.
Showing it. H3, 22, come.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They go play action with Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 66 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Man open left side is Brown. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's doing.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 43 yards. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Jackson flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Allen. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Check. Pilot, 64, weak.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the...
Now Allen throwing again. He'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Steps away. He's going to take off with it. There's a nice move. Breaks through the contact. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now. 6 yards. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Jackson, option right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, and now he's going to use his legs. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Jackson, option right, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, quick hitter here, it's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Haskins will throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.